welcome. Was going to bring you on to Eye of the Tiger. I thought, no. Now, that was your new single, which comes out today,
yeah.
and it's called Jump.
It is.
And it's in the movie Love Actually.
It is, yeah.
So, you'd won Pop Stars The Rivals, and there was a boy band as well called, what was they called? Yeah, One True Voice, and everyone thought they were going to be #1, and basically you whopped them. And now they're gone. I bet you were chuffed when that happened.
We were really chuffed when we beat them, we were.
No, but when you heard that they'd disbanded, didn't you go, yes,
no,
losers?
We felt sorry for them.
We
I mean,
did.
they went through the same processes. It was just unfortunate that they had a crap status.
So it's all going brilliant. You must have been thinking, what could possibly go wrong? Then, now there's some things I have to ask you, because I know you're looking nervous, Cheryl, but when you come on, everyone's thinking, oh, it's that Cheryl Tweedy that hit that woman in the bog. Because you had a fight with a toilet attendant, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't really get the whole... Forget that toilet, that specific toilet attendant, but the whole toilet attendant... What is that about?
Well, in the clubs, like today, nice clubs in the toilets, they like lay out perfume and sweets and things like that you can...
Sweets?
Yeah.
I wouldn't eat a sweet in a toilet if it was sold in a lead container. Now, this was a lady called Sophie Ahmed-Bokpa, and she worked in there, and you and her had a fight. Is that true?
Yeah.
Right. You're all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, you must have known. I haven't just broken that.
No.
How pissed were you? What trail? How drunk, out of 20, Cheryl, how drunk were you?
Probably 12.
12. Right,
Yeah.
so you were sort of, but not being sick.
I was merry. I was enjoying myself. I was drunk. Yeah.
Right. And the argument, we don't want to go into too many details about it, because I know there is another case coming up, but the argument basically was that you had too many lollipops. Was that right?
Yeah.
Well, that's worth fighting for, isn't it? So what happened? Can you tell us what happened, kind of briefly, without...
Not really, but you know, all this stuff come out.
You can't remember, let's face it.
No, all the details and everything were discussed in court, and there's another civil court case coming up, so I can't really... As much as I'd love to sit and yabber on all night about what went on and tell you the details, I can't. Right. Unfortunately.
But basically, you and her ended up...
There was a scrap in the toilet, yeah.
Yeah. Now, you actually spent the night in Nick, is that right?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
That must have been a bit of a shocker. How was that?
It was scary. I mean, I've never been arrested before or anything like that, and it was cold. Smelled funny. It was just an awful experience, really.
That's in the cell, you mean?
Yeah.
So did you sleep, or did you just...
I just kind of twiddled my thumbs, rung the bell, about 25 seconds.
They must have loved you. Yeah. What were you, room service were you at? Will you bring them lollipops? Because you were with Nicola, weren't you? Who's...
Yeah.
Is that right? Who's the ginger, is that right?
Yeah.
Yep.
There was always going to be trouble. So how did you find out?
So then Nicola came back and kind of come to mine and Nadine's room, and we were actually both still up together, and she was just kind of like, oh no, Cheryl's in a cell, blah, 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 and we were like, oh, no way, kind of, obviously we couldn't really get our heads around it at first. And then we went downstairs, and obviously the police were there, sort of taking Nicola's statement and stuff, and then that's when everything kind of came out then, what happened.
There must have been part of you that thought that stupid cow has ruined our big chance for fame. Maybe you don't think it now, but at the time...
At the time, don't get me wrong, I think it scared us all. We were like, oh my God, this is really bad. And obviously, having only just, like you say, kind of got a record deal and just released our first single, everything did seem to be going so well. It was, you know, it was weird, but we never kind of felt bad towards Cheryl. We hadn't even spoken to you at that point, had we? And sort of, we believed Nicola's, you know, side of the story.
No, so we only allowed one phone call,
yeah, exactly. So it was nice to actually see her and discuss it, and then we just kind of supported each other from there.
But to be fair though, Cheryl, you wouldn't blame them, would you, if they'd thought,
no,
oh God, if this... For example, part of the accusation, which I know you were found not guilty of, was that you'd made racist remarks for this woman. And then it becomes different, doesn't it? It's not just two people.
Yeah.
And if you'd been found guilty of that, I don't know how that would have affected your career, but it might have finished it off.
Most definitely. I mean, racism's it's a strong allegation to be made against anybody. It's huge. It's an awful thing. But at the same time, the girls know me better than what the press were printing. You know, the girls knew there was no element of truth in that, so they didn't judge us on that at all. It was more so.
Yeah, that was never really the issue. We kind of always, in the back of our minds, knew that was going to be cleared.
But you believed the mega violence straight away?
Oh, yeah. No, I must say, I was shocked, because obviously we knew each other really well, but you still are shocked, because like Cheryl's never done that before. It was just one of those situations, so...
As I say, it went to court, and a jury looked at the evidence for 11 days. So they know more about it than we do. And they decided you were guilty of assault, but not guilty of racial abuse.
Yeah.
So that was that. Now, the woman, Sophie McBuckper, is now, she's launching a civil case.
Yeah.
And she's still claiming racial assault. So, does that mean you'll have to go to court again, or will that be done in your absence?
No, I really don't know much about it at this point in time. There's still a lot of legal arguments going on, so I couldn't really discuss something I don't really know about.
Right. How have people been in the street and stuff like that?
The support we've had has been unbelievable.
Absolutely.
Literally unbelievable.
Because there was a thing in the paper that Ulrika Johnson had said you were a bad person.
Yeah.
And that Girls Aloud were going to go and sort her out.
No, that was took out. Yeah, no, that was took out of context. What I did say was, for Ulrika to be a celebrity herself, you know, and she's been on the receiving end of loads of criticism by the press. For her then, she doesn't know me, she's never met me, she doesn't know any facts of the case, she only knows what she's read. For her then to pass judgment and call me an arrogant bully and an abysmal example to young women, I think is a disgrace, and I think she needs to take a look at her own self before she passes judgment on anybody else. That is what I said, and that is what I think still.
Could do it.
Now you, the pair of you were child stars, weren't you?
Oh, please.
Oh yeah, we'll do the court case, but not that picture of me as a kid. Yeah, but you were, and I've been looking you up.
Oh no.
I've got a great picture of you, Cheryl, in a catalogue, a proper old-fashioned catalogue.
No.
With, I think, Chris Evans. The great thing is that Chris Evans still dresses like that. So how old were you then?
Probably like about 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were in a British Gas advert.
I was.
Do you remember these things, or were they too long ago?
Yeah, I remember it really well.
Not the worrying things. I can remember anything.
Well, let's have a look at Cheryl's British Gas advert.
No.
Just for you.
Gas Central Heating warms every corner of your home. Central Heating. It's all on tap at your gas showroom. Now.
We do it all just for you.
It's great, isn't
Aww.
it? No, it is. Well, you need to talk, because you're next. We've got a clip of you as well, Kimberly. And I like this. Let me set this up. This is Kimberly. And what she's doing, she's having a think about the members of her family and what she'd like to do with them.
Oh no.
I'm going to put Mummy in the dustbin, and Daddy in the dustbin, Steve in the dustbin, Jamie in the dustbin, Jessica in the dustbin, everybody in the bin. and then I'm going to play all on my own. I'm finished!
Oh no, I knew one day that was going to haunt me, I knew. But it's happened now, so it's out in the open.
So now we've had 2 members of Girls Aloud, one topless and one with the knickers on. It's the best show ever. So you live in the same block of flats, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And Busted, the boy band, live there as well.
they do.
yeah.
What, is it some crazy pop block of...
It's just a really nice complex, and it's just out of the
Just
mayhem
out
of...
of centre.
Were
Yeah.
One True Voice, were they evicted when they... Did they live there before?
No.
I didn't
they
think
never.
they ever got there.
They were so... They got home one night and Busted had moved into their flat.
No, they never left.
Well, look, whatever happens, I hope that Girls Aloud march on. Ladies and gentlemen, Girls Aloud.